to Chamber Chat. I am Melissa Vance with the Wayne County Area Chamber of Commerce, and I am so incredibly pleased to welcome my first two guests today, Joy Cowan from Home2 Suites, the latest and newest hotel in Richmond, and Rick Van Winkle from Redfront. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you, Melissa.
You know, this year has been challenging to say the least across the country, and Wayne County is no different in that. But it's great to have some really strong successes to be able to celebrate as we wrap up our year. And you both are perfect examples of successes for Wayne County this year. So, Joy, tell us a little bit about Home2 Suites, what it is, where it is.
Okay, I'm so happy to do that. So Home2 Suites by Hilton is an extended stay property. So that would mean that there is going to be a king size bed, 2 queen size beds, and a pull-out sofa. They're large, roomy rooms. This is one of the newest brands to the Hilton brands. It's about a 10-year-old brand, though it is sweeping right now the nation. It is just growing. It's the largest growing brand right now in the Hilton brand. So we're very proud to bring it to Richmond, Indiana. The experience that we're expecting our guests to have is a home away from home. So the extended stay experience will be that. These are extra large rooms with a full kitchenette, so a large refrigerator, dishwasher, and just a lot of extra beautiful things in our hotel.
So, you know, this concept of week-long stays or things like that in the hotel world isn't foreign, but we haven't traditionally seen this from a hotel chain as high-end as Hilton. And I think that's really where you are going to stand out from the crowd.
And I believe so too. There are many, many traveling people to the Richmond, Indiana area. The hotels here do have quite a bit of traffic, and they do have people that are here and extending stay. This is just bringing another product to the market that is already astronomically. We need this because of the traffic that comes through the Richmond, Indiana. It's a very great area to have this new property.
So out of curiosity, when you all were doing site selections for where to locate, what was it about Richmond that made you choose this place? And we're so happy to have you, but share with our viewers, what was it that what made Richmond special?
Well, Richmond is special in its own recognizance. It just became a drive of the market to have another property. We were finding that the properties were not only selling out in Richmond and then the extension of miles out. So it's really, the brand has been driven here because of the needs of the community.
Great. You're right. I mean, we do have a lot of hotels here, and being on I-70 and the first stop when you get into Indiana, we like to think that makes us special, but not everyone would say that maybe. But then, of course, you know, with the traffic that you get to and from Indianapolis, Dayton, Cincinnati, being this centrally located area, I imagine that increases the volume that you might see.
It actually does. So I do expect to have quite a few long-term guests. That could be anywhere from doctors, from people that may be in a crisis situation of their homes needing to be repaired of some sort. We will have that, but the traffic coming from I-70, it will be a stop-off point. Being a Hilton brand is, it's notorious. People love the brand. They know that they're getting a good quality stay. Our place will be packing people, and we're ready for them, and we're so excited about them coming.
And you're right off of the I-70 US 40 interchange there near Cracker Barrel and some of the other hotels, so easy to access. And when do you officially open? What's your official open date?
And our official open date is December 10th. And we're pushing forth so hard to make that happen. And we're very excited about it.
Well, also new to the east side of town is Redfront. Not new to the region because we all know the great pizza and other food items that we can get at Redfront that's been famous in New Paris for a long time. But Rick Van Winkle, welcome.
Well, welcome. Thank you for having me this morning.
We were pleased enough to get to come out and do a private ribbon cutting, smaller than what we do sometimes because of COVID, but to celebrate with you last week and see your place and taste your food and shout it from the rooftop. So tell us a little bit more about that place.
Well, it's, the Redfront New Paris is we've had phenomenal response over the years from the Richmond community, being a big part of my business. And so about 4 years ago, I bought the building, and I kind of been toying with the idea for the last few years, and finally decided to pull the trigger and bring Redfront Richmond to Richmond. And we've had nothing but a great response from the community, and looking very much forward to being the next spot for people to come and enjoy themselves and have a bite at lunch, and good pizza and good atmosphere. And of course, naturally, we're looking forward to working with all the hotels, Joy and all the hotels in the area. And we're just happy to be part of the community. And we've had an overwhelming response since we opened on Thursday.
Well, tell people that aren't familiar with Redfront. I can't imagine if you're not, but if you aren't familiar with Redfront, you might want to know a little bit about the menu. So tell us a little bit more about what makes your menu stand out.
Well, we have a very wide variety menu for a bar and for a bar and grill. And we have everything from appetizers to sandwiches to pizza, which is naturally what we're known for. We have burritos. We have just about anything on the menu other than a steak. So I don't think you'll have any trouble finding something good to eat there at the Redfront, and a great atmosphere and great location, great setting. And we just look forward to being part of the community over there.
So, one thing right now that I know that we get questions about a lot at the chamber is, you know, how are restaurants preparing and how are they being safe in this COVID world? And I know that you've worked a lot with the health department to make sure every measure is in place, and you all are keeping people safe and distanced as they come in and dine or carry out. But talk a little bit about what some of those measures are and why people shouldn't be afraid to come and dine in at your place.
Well, it's tough times for all of us, but especially in the restaurant business right now. This past year, it's been pretty tough, but we've went out of our way to make sure that we have our 6-foot distancing on our tables, and keeping people separated as much as humanly possible. And we got the mask requirements in and out of the place. And if you're up moving around, yes, you have your mask on. I've worked with the health department. We're doing all the sanitizing precautions that we can do every half hour or so. And we're just doing everything we can possibly do to try to make it as safe as atmosphere as possible for everyone.
And, I'll tell you, I was floored that your staff did such a great job with customer service, with making sure that everything was done well. And this whole sanitation piece came into play when we were out there last week. So kudos to that. The food is amazing. And then the special treat and surprise that I didn't expect to see was that awesome outdoor fire pit.
Yeah, it's been quite the eye catcher there. It's a very added attraction to the restaurant. Of course, sitting up there on top of the hill there it's a great view to start with. And so about 3/4 through the project, I kind of thought we need to do a little something else extra outside there. So we poured that other patio and we put an 8-foot fire pit out there. So it's looks very attractive. It's a great addition to the place and the atmosphere. And we like for people to go out and sit around the fire pit and enjoy some conversation and have a glass of wine. We're not going to be serving food out there, but it's strictly a gathering place when COVID's over, where we could have a little more gathering than we can now. But it's a very added attraction. I think it's pretty unique. There's nothing comparable really to it in Richmond right now. So I think it's a very added nice feature.
It's beautiful. The whole facility is beautiful, much larger than I expected. And we're just excited for you to be open, excited for the east side of Richmond to have some new fun projects to celebrate. And things are just continuing to shape up out there. So thank you both again for being with us today and for your investment in our community. We can't wait to see the success that you bring. Well, welcome back. Again, I'm Melissa Vance, the president and CEO of the Wayne County Area Chamber of Commerce. And today I am incredibly pleased to have with me two brand new team members for the Chamber, Lynette Davis and Daniel Arthur. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This has been a little bit of transition year for us here at the Chamber, and we've expanded what we hope to be offering to our members and the things that we're doing, as well as had a little bit of turnover. So it's a pleasure always to have great new faces, new ideas on the team. So I'm really excited to have you both join Roxy and myself. But I want to start with you, Daniel, because you have already begun as the communications coordinator here. And just tell us a little bit about what you've been doing. Well, actually, before we do that, tell us a little bit about yourself, because I know people will want to know you personally.
Okay. Well, hi everyone. I'm Daniel Arthur. I am originally from Centerville, Indiana, and I live in Richmond now. So I've been in Wayne County my whole life. I graduated from IU East this past May with a bachelor's degree in communication studies. So this is right up my alley. Previously, I worked at IU East, and I went to school there. I worked there in the marketing department, so probably know a lot of people from that field. And yeah, so I started with the Chamber about 3 weeks ago at this point. It's gone by pretty quick. It's been an adjustment. It's been a learning curve, but I think I'm fitting in really well with the team. I am kind of the primary point person for a lot of day-to-day emails. I manage social media. I do content creation for that kind of side. We kind of work with some of our databases and our website, and kind of just help out where is needed around the office, and anything communications related, obviously, as the title insinuates.
Right.
So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be a part of the team.
Well, with your role, it's interesting and continually changing with what you're working on, because obviously marketing and communications goes along with what all of the other three of us are doing, whether it's Roxy working with Hype or education, or it's things that I'm doing with issues in advocacy and some government relations and those kinds of things, or it's events. You kind of will have your hand in all of that, which makes it a continually interesting role. And tell us a little bit about Buy Local and that role, because that's an important piece as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So as the communications coordinator, I've also stepped into the role as the staff lead on the Buy Local committee. So we work with local businesses to try to give them what they need to succeed. Right now, obviously, we're working on Small Business Saturday. That's coming up. Depending on when you're watching this may have passed, but so we work with local businesses to get them on our Buy Local Certified program, and that is basically a business is buy local certified if they're committed to keeping business within Wayne County. They are, hiring Wayne County employees. They're sourcing resources from other chamber businesses, Wayne County businesses. So really strengthening our economy, and so I'm working with the committee very closely on a lot of those projects. One of those projects is the chamber certification or the chamber certificates program. So if you're a Buy Local Certified program, you can get those chamber certificates from us, you can spend those chamber certificates at the Buy Local Certified businesses. And this month alone, and one of my first big projects was getting together a really big order. We sold about $20,000 worth of chamber certificates just within the last couple of weeks. So that's money that's going right back into the economy. So that's really exciting.
That is exciting, and especially it's always exciting to see that investment that businesses are making. A lot of times buying certificates for their employees this time of year for the holidays, but doing that instead of purchasing an Amazon card or something like that really strengthens our economy. And it's great when people grasp that element. And it just is a shot in the arm for our small businesses, especially this year when things have been just such a challenge. People have been stuck at home. They've not been able to shop the small businesses like they normally do. And more than ever, they need that. So this whole messaging through the holiday season of get out, support your small businesses, whether it's in person or buying a certificate and shopping later whenever you do feel comfortable. Just making sure that that money is staying local as much as possible, because when everything does open back up, we want to make sure that they're open too, that our neighbors still have jobs and all of those things that matter. And sometimes we are so overwhelmed with what we're doing in our own lives and the chaos that we're dealing with that we don't take time to really step back and see that big picture and how important it is. So it's a great role, and you're doing a great job. We're just so excited to have you on the team.
Thank you. I'm glad to be
And
here.
Lynette, you have not even, as of the moment that we are recording this, you have not even officially started with us, but we're so excited. Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I originally am from just outside Wayne County, growing up in Lynn and a Randolph Southern graduate, but we spent a lot of time in Richmond, excuse me, being from Lynn, coming into Richmond for things to do and shopping and restaurants and so forth. So Richmond has always felt like home. I'm a Ball State graduate and was away from the area for a while, and then came back to Wayne County about 5 years, about 5.5 years ago, actually. This is home. I feel like I'm back home. We're so happy to be here. My husband and my daughter. I have a daughter who attends Northeastern Elementary, and we're just really happy to be here. Lots of family and friends around here, and it really feels like coming back home.
That's awesome.
And I'm excited to start with the chamber. This is a dream role for me. I love to do events and plan and organize things. So this is really a perfect position for me, and I'm excited to get started.
And you have a little bit of background because you've been on the awards, celebrations, and events committee, as we affectionately call ACEs, in the past. And so you have a little bit of insight to what this is going to entail. It won't be a complete surprise.
Right. I'm grateful for that, a little bit of experience a couple of years ago being on the ACEs committee. So I know what I'll be walking into, and I'm excited to lead the new ACES committee and get some exciting things going. I know events are going to look a little differently for a while, but that's just a chance to be creative.
Right. It's this year, as most people listening know, we've been able to do some events in person. Our annual dinner was able to get in before we got shut down early in the year, and then we've had a couple other in-person outdoor events, but a lot of things have gone virtual too, or transitioned to look differently, and we know that that's going to be a little bit the case next year too, but whatever it is, we're going to make it as fun and engaging as possible, and I know that Lynette's going to do a great job with that. And she's done some nonprofit large events in the community that I know people would recognize. And so she doesn't walk in the door without experience. She has some big dreams of things that we can be doing and improving constantly. But what I am just most looking forward to, aside from your filling your individual roles, is just the role that you play on the team. We're a small staff, and we operate so much as a team here, and it's incredibly important to have people that fit into that culture, and I just feel strongly that both of you do. So anyway, have a great rest of your day, and thanks so much for tuning in. Well, now I am joined by one of my favorite people in the world, and many of yours too, Roxy Deer, who is the Director of Membership and Education here at the Chamber, but she wears many hats in the community. And Roxy, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I heard you interview the other two staff members, so I'm excited to join in today.
It's going to be, you know, a chamber team kind of day.
Those are the best days.
Well, I wanted to just chat with you for a minute and share with people about what some of the things are that we have lined up for 2021. Seems crazy that we're talking about that right now.
Yeah, so we have the calendar looks completely different than what it has ever in the past for the Chamber. And so I think the biggest change that people will notice is that we're not kicking the year off with annual dinner this year.
We aren't. I know that is usually the first event out of the gate for the community, and obviously we're not going to try and pull 600 people together in one building in January. That would not be responsible, and I certainly don't want to do it in a smaller way if we can at all help it. So we're pushing it back to August.
Yeah, we have the date confirmed already, August 6th, and we will be at the Coleman Center just like we usually are. It's just later in the year.
That's right. It's going to be fun. We are going to celebrate, hopefully, the end of this incredible pandemic that we've been experiencing. But we want to make sure we're celebrating what all of you have been doing in the community as well in a big way.
And outside of annual dinner, we've got some new events coming on that I'm really excited about.
One of those is the Chamber Business Summit, and it falls right into your wheelhouse with education and professional development. So we're looking at fall for that event. We don't have the dates lined up quite yet or the keynote speakers, but it's going to be fabulous.
We're looking at having different tracks for different levels of your professional, where you're at in your own professional level. So a young professional track, mid-management, even our executives will have a track at that summit. This is going to be something new that we bring to the community. We love to bring professional development opportunities, and this is going to take that to the next level.
It really is. And it's also going to be coming at a time where it can save businesses money who have traditionally sent their key leaders out of the community for that professional development, paid travel. You're going to be able to keep them here and get some really outstanding education So we're looking forward to rolling out more details as we get closer to that event.
Yeah, another great event that I'm really excited for Hype to be a part of this year is Flavor of Wayne County.
That is going to be fun. I've been thinking of that as kind of the marriage between For the Love of Grapes and Hops and
Yes.
traditional chamber taste of Wayne County in a fun place.
Yeah, we have some secrets planned for this one that we're not ready to announce, but this is going to be a fun outdoor location, we hope. And we're really excited to celebrate our restaurants who have had a really tough year, but also celebrate just the culture of Richmond and bring alive some of the great places that we have to celebrate.
Looking forward to live music and a warm month. So
Yes.
stay tuned on that.
I know it's only been winter for about 3 or 4 days, but I'm already over it.
Well, I'll wait until after Christmas to be completely over it, but then we'll be all ready to move on and at least dream of sunshine.
Yes. And next year's calendar also includes our typical Chamber 535s and business education webinars, which are great for individuals to attend if you're looking to skill up, if you're looking to meet new people. We hope to bring those back and be in person as soon as possible.
The last thing I really want to mention before we head out is a brand new series that's quarterly. It will be called the State of series. And we're going to hit on different things like state of the chamber, state of the workforce, state of the community, and state of growth. And we've kept those broad enough that we can bring relevant topics at that time, but I think it's going to be a nice way to bring some interaction and make sure we stay on target with the direction that we want to head and help our businesses with this year. So that's just a little taste of what we have coming up. There's a whole lot more on the calendar, but those are the highlights, and we just wanted to share that with you today to give you, to use the Hype term, a flavor of what Wayne will look like next year. So stay tuned. You can always follow us on social media or check out our website for more details as they come alive. And thanks, Roxy, for joining me.
Thanks for having me today.
Appreciate you being with me. Appreciate you all for tuning in, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.